right. Waiting for YouTube. 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 YouTube's on. Still waiting on Facebook Live, but Facebook Live can catch up. All right, all right, all right. Facebook's running. YouTube's running. It's all good. All right. Well, happy Friday, y'all. We're gonna try this again. We did a whole 45 minutes about maybe 3 4 hours ago, around 2:15. Didn't have the right mic. Didn't have the mic set up right. So did all that talking and you couldn't hear me. So here we are again. So at any rate, it's Funding Friday, everybody that's following this channel in regards to trying to attain a line of credit or get some business funding. I am Cameron Burrell, and for the last few weeks we've been covering small business funding. I am a partner agency owner with a small business funding company that goes by the name of David Allen Capital, based out of Milford, Michigan. And we're just kind of celebrating today, won't lie, like Kanye West. We just got signed with Rockefeller today. And looking for a check next week. But we did some good work these past couple of days. And the reason we're celebrating is because not only are we celebrating our one of our clients or potential clients who reached out to us last week on Thursday via LinkedIn, actually got funded. Let's say he actually was approved and he accepted a line of credit today in the amount of $55,000. And on top of that, he was also offered an additional $75,000 in working capital that he's probably going to sleep on this weekend and come back next week and determine which one, if he wants to accept that. And so had a win-win today, and that's great. And so we want to have a win-win for you as well. If you're a small business owner and you're seeking working capital and or a line of credit and or same day funding. We've got 3 phenomenal products, resources that can get you some business funding. Each one's a little different, okay? To become eligible, they're kind of the same in a lot of areas though, but we'll discuss that today, touch on that. But what we'll touch on today, this evening, this cold Friday evening here in the Mid-South, Memphis, Tennessee to be exact. And so we'll touch on the line of credit, how his deal kind of came to pass. Now, I don't know the intricacies of his deal because I wasn't there, but I was made aware of some of the things that he qualified for coming from my higher ups there, my partners there, president and underwriter team there in Michigan today on our weekly Zoom call and what have you. So let's jump right into it. So for the past 2 weeks, there has been an offer. The new product line for a line of credit was introduced literally 2 weeks ago today. So literally 2 weeks ago, really on Thursday, this went live for all the agents for the company itself. Okay, so a business line of credit, a revolving business line of credit up to $100,000. Okay, this line of credit is available to be used by business owner to borrow from, draw down from as they see fit, that benefits their business. Okay, to make a purchase, to do payroll, to cover, some unexpected expenses, whatever the case may be. And so, how it works is I know enough to get the word out. How it works on the level, and what we would like to do is, if you're interested in that going forward, you see this video and you want to reach out and you want to get more, I'm going to have links to both our website, heavyequipmentcapital.com, plus a link to my email, Cameron at heavyequipment.com. Heavy Equipment Capital, excuse me. Heavyequipmentcapital.com and Cameron at heavyequipmentcapital.com. I would encourage you to do like my client today did last week, and it basically came through. He basically came through. Let my seat up a little bit. He basically came through as I was on LinkedIn, scrolling through LinkedIn, and he reached out to me, and so we had a conversation, and that led to today. And so basically, I was able to explain to him, all right, as a consultant, what his options were. He was looking to expand his business. He's in the concrete construction industry. Okay, he services clients in the concrete industry, residential, commercial, industrial. Okay, and he was looking to expand, and he basically knew that he would, if he went through his bank, he knew that he would be facing a long lead time and for having to provide all kinds of documentation. And he knew that, he may have to put up some collateral and, some other stuff. And so I, basically consulted with him and told him that that collateral shouldn't be an issue, shouldn't even be a factor in the equation whatsoever. Okay. And so, with that being the case, that collateral did not come up. Okay. With our line of credit product, just like with our our flagship product, working capital. Okay. And with the first newest product within the last probably 9 months, maybe now, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, somewhere along in there. Same day funding. As it pertains to line of credit, okay, with coming through David Allen Capital, okay. This is how you can get up to 100,000 in line of credit, okay. First thing, the minimum eligibility requirements, just to even have your application looked at, okay, in regard or looked at to the point of moving forward to even possibly getting some funding. The minimum monthly requirement that you need to that needs to show for a consecutive 3 months, 90 days from your banking institution, okay, is a minimum of $15,000 monthly revenue, sales revenue, whatever it is you do, okay? A minimum of 15,000. I honestly think that, and it hasn't been confirmed, but if you're even $1 off, all right, you still haven't met the minimum, okay? You've got to be at 15,000. There may be some play with that, but you need to understand 15,000 is the magic number. That's 15,000 per month. All right, consistent, and that's plus. So if it's 20, that's great. 25, hey, that's great. 30, that's great. 40, 50, that's even better. Okay, but the minimum is 15,000. Your credit score right now is hovering at 550, but if you are in a space that you see me, and I am in a niche market, and I'm talking about heavy equipment, I'm talking about construction, I'm talking about agriculture. I've been in all three of those spaces. Okay, so I cater to, in my marketing, I look for those business owners, and particularly on LinkedIn and other resources. That's a niche market. So I know that in some aspects of those three niche markets, heavy equipment is going to be part of your daily operation or monthly operation, or whatever the case may be. Okay. As it pertains to this line of credit, you want to make sure, again, 15,000. All right. Your credit score, 600. And because you're in construction, and we might as well just say agriculture, agriculture, you're going to have to provide almost 12 months, okay, of bank statements. All right. Just because it's for a lot of people, agriculture is a seasonal business. Now, there are some parts of the world, parts of the country here in the United States, where they're doing agriculture every month, okay, and they're generating revenue. But if you're in receipt of my voice, agriculture is going to require 12 months of bank statements. Now, if you're in construction or in trucking, okay, you're going to have to come with 2 years minimum, 2 years minimum of being in business. That's construction, that's trucking, okay, in order for this line of credit to apply to you, okay? So 15,000 a month, consecutive, 3 months, 2 years in business, 600 credit score, FICO score, all right? And that's on that side, okay? Now, here are 2 things that can get you declined most Rick tick. Okay. Have a nice day. Pound sand. Go to the back of the line. Don't come back until this shows that you don't have. Along with those bank statements. Okay. If there's any trace, any sign, any indication of more than 5 negative business days, negative bank balances, or more than 5 non-sufficient funds, okay, go back to the end of the line, pound sand, and don't come back up here until that does not show, okay? I'm going to be as transparent as upfront, especially if you're working for me. All right, if you're working with me and I'm consulting with you, if you hadn't seen this video, this is what I'll tell you on the phone or on a video call. Don't waste your time, okay? Make sure your banking management for the 3 previous months, okay, are good to go. Example, if you decide to apply this late in the game, you might as well wait until you apply on Monday, okay? That's the last day of February, all right? Make sure that your bank statements, 3 months, November, December, January, show 15,000 plus, and they also show no negative bank days, no more than 5 negative bank days or no more than 5 non-sufficient funds. Okay, you wrote a check 5 times. Okay, you wrote a check 6 times. It came back on the 6th time. You're out of here. Okay, it's just like with the savings account. If you transfer from a savings account more than 5 times, okay, they're gonna ding you. You keep doing it, they're gonna close it. How do I know that? Probably because I've done that. Okay, so that applies here. Anything over than 5, back to the end of the line. Okay, that's NSFs, and that's negative bank balance days. Okay, within that 30-day period of those 3 months. Okay, so November you had 5, December, January you were good, you're all right. November you had 3, January you had 5, and and then December you had a sixth one. Go back to the end of the line. Okay, don't come back until everything is consistent. It does not matter if your credit score is an 800. If you got any of those 3 negative bank days, your money's not there, or your money is there. All right, and you got those negative bank days against you. Doesn't matter if you're knocking on 800 or you're 800. Go back to the end of the line, come back, win. All that's clear. Now, these are just the minimum eligibility requirements to even come to the front door. Okay? All right. At that point, you'll be able to submit your information if you feel confident about that. You know you're good. You're working with your CPA, tax accountant, bookkeeper, whatever the case may be. Okay, you guys are good. Go ahead and submit. Log on to the website, and the link will be listed in the bottom below here. Okay, you'll be referred by me, Cameron Burrell. And what you want to do is go to the line of credit tab and get started. All right. And it's going to ask you those same questions. So you can't say, well, man, he didn't tell me he was going to be all this. Well, I'm telling you now. Okay. That's why I like making videos, because I can reference back. Okay. I'm letting you know that's the questions that are going to come up. Are you doing 15,000 or more? Or do you have anything over 5 negative bank days and NSFs? Okay. And are you the business owner? Okay. The application has to be done by the business owner. Okay. You submit your application, and then it'll process through on that business day, the following business day. Okay. Depending on what time you do it. One of the junior underwriters there at the main office, or they're going to reach out to you and say that they are in receipt. Excuse me, y'all. They are in receipt of your application, and but they need to send you another document. They need to send you another document. They have received all the documents, and once they have received everything, you will then they will start the process of searching for you. All right. The process is going to be they're going to basically start shopping around through their network of lenders that are offering this line of credit, just like they would if it was a working capital deal. Okay. And so when they do that, they'll come back and let you know, hey, you've been approved for, in the case of my client today, 55,000. Now, he did the process on Tuesday night. He got his email and paperwork. Got his email, okay, on Wednesday. Okay, he talked to the folks there at the main office in Michigan on yesterday, and the offer was 55,000. Okay, he was approved for the 55,000 line of credit. All right, it wasn't until this morning that that he had accepted the 55,000. Okay, so what's that mean for him? All right, and what this could mean for you? So with $1,000, he's off to the races. Okay, he can be off to the races. They go over everything with him, the terms, conditions, the payback, what you can do. This is how it's going to be when you start paying, and all this, plethora of stuff. But it's a good thing because he just got approved and he accepted it, and so now he's off to the races. So next week, when he does, if and when he decides to pull down, let's just say 10 grand, okay. You also got to submit a voided check in your driver's license, so they can send you the funds when you're approved and when you accept. Okay. So next week he decides to on Friday, hey, I'm going to take out 10. I'm going to take care of payroll. I'm going to take care of the fuel man because I got 2 trucks that's running. Diesel's going up 3.6 cents. It's probably going up even higher with what's going on in Ukraine and in Russia. So that's going up. So I got to be prepped for that. Okay. So he draws 10 grand. He takes care of his business, his expenses, what have you. Okay. Well, when he draws that 10 grand is now due the following Friday with what he owes. Now, I don't know the details, but some lenders will be charging a draw fee. Okay? A draw fee. That draw fee could be anywhere from 0% to 3%. Okay? That means the lender, when you draw, they're going to make a little cash on top of that. All right? So they may be making $300, right? Which in comparison, that's nothing. They charge you $300 so you could get 10. Okay. All right. So that payment will be due the following week. They're also going to charge a balance fee. Okay, whatever your remaining balance is, there's going to be a fee for that. Now, that remaining balance is above my head in calculations. I'll just be upfront. Okay, but it's calculated from the lender, their algorithms, and their amortization schedule on how that $10,000 that you drew as the business owner, and in case of my client today, of how he's going to pay that back on a weekly basis. All right, based off of the terms. It could be 6 months he owes that 10 grand. It could be 9 months. It could be 12 months. Okay. That number, that weekly number, okay, that he's going to pay back plus his balance fee. Okay. All right. That is in his payment. All right. That's all calculated in his payment. So when he makes a payment of whatever the number is to pay back $10,300, if it is a $10,300, some are charging 0%, but they're charging a monthly fee of say $20 or $30 to use the money. It's what we call lender dependent. It's like situational dependent. It's lender dependent. Lender A may say, this will pay us the 10. Lender B said, no, I need that 10-3. Okay. So, but again, that will all be discussed. All right. So he starts paying his payment back. It's automated. He sees it. He knows where to log into. If he chooses to pay all of it off at one time, more power to him. And in your case, more power to you. There's no prepayment penalty. Okay. If he pays half, let's say, hey, he owes 10-3. This is the payment. Well, I'm going to pay $5,000 this week or the first week, and then the next week I'm going to pay the other, remaining $5,300. Okay, and then once that's done, guess what? He's back at $55,000. Okay, and that will be the case for any time you draw whatever that your numbers is. So you got approved for 25, you get approved for 50, you get approved for 75, or you get the whole whamma jamma 100,000. That's how it's going to play. Again, I may have left off some things, okay, but ideally, when you submit and go to the next tier, once you submit your application, is at that point, the underwriting team will be reaching out to you and start working your file. And then once you get your approval, okay, everything's good to go as far as documentation and what have you. They'll start working, and then they'll let you know, hey, Mr. Business Owner, hey, Mrs. Business Owner, you were approved for X. All right, now we got to send you another document. They got to send you, I believe, what they call the loan sheet, okay, where you actually have to sign for that, okay. So you're signing a wet signature, send it back, saying, hey, okay, I'm understanding of that, blah, 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 and going forward, okay. So that's, in a nutshell, line of credit, okay. We're talking about line of credit that you otherwise probably could not get on the personal side. All right. Because your business is producing so much revenue. Okay. There is a lender that is in this revenue based lending space. This is not a loan. Okay. Revenue based lending space. All right. That is saying, okay, their bank account, their management of that bank account. Okay. And what's going on in their business, blah, 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 is good enough for us to say, all right, we're going to offer you this. Okay. Now, your credit will come into play. All right. This is not a non-credit deal. Your credit will come into play. If your credit is on the bottom end of the 600, well, just know that you won't have access to a higher amount. Okay. But if you're above 600, above 650, above 700, or at 700, it's been confirmed that you'll probably get more offered to you. Okay, so just based on what my client and I talked about within the past week, and he was, saying what his deposits were. He had an idea and knew where his credit was, and he was concerned about using credit cards and stuff like that to pay himself for the business, and that was on the personal side, and that may have come into play. But what I will say, I do believe that this is the first business owner since the launch of line of credit, all right, from 2 weeks ago, that has got the highest amount of 55. I don't know. I'm not there, but it was kind of a big talk today of my client with the 55 today during our Zoom call at 10:30, 11:30, right before lunch today. Okay. And I knew when they said it kept talking about 55,000 client, I knew they were talking about my guy. Okay. Because I had already been informed via email that he got approved for 55 and that he accepted 55. Now, here is another perk for coming through David Allen Capital. And not necessarily me, but since I'm talking about it, of course, I want to help you get what you deserve or what your business deserves or what your business needs, okay, to operate, to keep moving forward, to expand, to basically bridge loan, okay, until that deal goes through, you get paid on this contract, you got a contract with the city, state, or whatever, or, a client that's, you're waiting on the orders to be fulfilled. They receive them. They make sure everything's there, and then they pay you, okay? This could be used as a bridge loan, okay? Another incentive of coming through us, and that's DAC, okay? What also happened today when he, accepted the money, prior to his acceptance, our senior underwriter, okay, stated that his protocol especially with lines of credit, is his protocol and the lender's protocol too now, okay, for some, maybe not all, but for some, is to also see and make you an offer on both line of credit and working capital. So it was brought out today on the Zoom call, okay, that he was also offered a working capital funding offer for $75,000 in addition to the line of credit. Okay. Now, the same rules apply for working capital as far as eligibility. All right. I think you got to be 4 months in business, and the FICO scores are still the same. All right. 550, I think, is the bottom. I would just try to be at 600. Now, with working capital, we're talking about a lump sum of cash. All right. And with that lump sum of cash comes the payback for that lump sum of cash on a daily basis, an automatic ACH daily. Okay. Still got to have your 3 months. Still got to have your 15,000 plus. Okay. Still, hey, no signs of, if it's best to have no signs of negative bank days, negative balance days, and no signs of NSFs. Okay. That's just me. If I was applying for me and my business, which I can't do because I'm an agent with the company, so I can't do that. All right. But if this was me and I wasn't in this predicament, already having a contractual obligation, commitment as an agent with DAC, and I was going to apply, I would be double, triple, quadruple checking to make sure I've got no negative bank days, because it doesn't matter if I've been working hard on my credit score and I got it up to 780, okay, and I got $30,000 per month coming in, but then I've got negative bank balances and I go through there and I submit it, and they're more than 5. Even if they're 5, that still shows like, why did you? The lender's gonna still look at you like, you still, what happened with that? You're still not managing your account, okay? But then still, 5 will get you through. If I've got 6, I can hang it up. You can hang it up, okay? So it still applies on the working capital side as well. With the working capital, like I said, you're talking lump sum. So, I look at equipment rental magazines and stuff now comes to digitally on my web through my emails and stuff like that. And let me tell you, if you're need a low boy RGN trailer to haul a big D7 dozer, and you're pulling a semi tractor, uh, and you need a new trailer to start hauling heavier equipment, and these trailers are running, $75,000 to $100,000, and new trucks and stuff like that, or dump trucks and big heavier equipment is running into the hundreds and 200,000s of dollars. You're in agriculture, you want the latest big planter, and that planter is $200,000. Okay, John Deere 8320Rs are running $120,000. If you want that, you're looking for that big money. Okay, you're looking for that big money. Working capital is probably where you want to be because you can get that total lump sum. But again, to even get close to those numbers, like I said, your bank account, your monthly revenue has got to show that, hey, you can afford, you've got it to back it up, because most times, right now, the rule of thumb is, and that probably changes though, but the rule of thumb is if you're putting up, say, 60,000 a month, whatever business you're in, okay, the rule of thumb with working capital is the lenders, you could possibly be approved for 60,000 or 2 times the 60,000. So 1 to 2 times of your monthly revenue, okay, is what you could ultimately be approved for. Now, you're approved for that. Again, the payback starts immediately with working capital, okay? I know that's, that could be a deal breaker for some folks though, but that'll be situational depending on your business. Hey, do I want to pay back $75,000 off of 60? Starting, I get approved, I accept it. I take the whole, because this is not a drawdown. This is like, oh, you got approved for 60, you need the whole thing. This is what you're going to pay back. Just like in a car loan, just like in a mortgage. Oh, the house is $300,000 based off your percentage rate. You're going to ultimately pay, $450,000, $500,000. Okay, it's kind of works the same. All right, but with revenue basis based off of how much is coming in the business to determine, ultimately what your potential offer could be. Okay, so that's working capital, and like I said, that's a daily rate. It's automatically drawn out from your business checking account. But how cool is that to know while you're talking to the underwriter before they get ready to, close the deal or open up the floodgates to your bank account and let the lender know, hey, Mr. ABC is good to go. Okay, go ahead and send us that money, because the money's going to come to the office, the corporate pot first, and then they'll disperse funds from there. Okay, I believe that's how it goes. I could be wrong, but at any rate, doesn't matter. You're about to get the floodgates open up with this revolving line of credit, all right, that literally cost you nothing but some paperwork right now, okay? And whatever you do draw from it, it's already scheduled and determined what your payments would be if you pull down so much at certain time to go ahead and get it paid off within 12 months, okay? So you will get it paid off, not like MasterCard or Visa where you take 10 grand off of 50,000 and try to pay 10 grand back. There is designed to pay the minimum is designed to keep you paying for the next 20 years. With line of credit through David Allen Capital, it's designed to get that 10,000 paid within 12 months, if not sooner. Okay, so there's the difference right there. Okay, but how cool is that to know that just like my client today, he had probably no idea. I mean, he was aware of the 55, but once he talked to the underwriter said, hey, you've gotten approval as well. I can probably get you 75,000 on the working side, the capital side. Okay. So now he's got 75,000 sitting across the hall in another pot of money in another room, and he's already solid on 55,000 right now today. Okay. How cool is that? That can happen to you. And as a matter of fact, it will, because our underwriter is saying that anytime that somebody comes through, they get approved for X All right, we're going to try to get them also approved for Y, X being a line of credit, Y being the working capital as well. Okay, so let that be in the back of your mind too as well. Okay. And let's see, let's close out with same day funding. Same day funding is, kind of like what it sounds. It just depends on the time of day. All right, if you can get it the same day, it may turn into the next day. But same day funding is up to 35,000 with our what we call our Bank Breezy product, and Bank Breezy is a partnership deal between David Allen Capital and Bank Breezy. They're the only company and lending company in the country that's working with Bank Breezy, and Bank Breezy is owned by a bank, a merchant cash advance bank called uh, Biddy Advance. Okay, you can look up Biddy Advance on dbank.com. They do exist. Those are the folks that will fund that loan, or excuse me, do that funding that same day. The minimum requirements for same day funding through Bank Breezy / Biddy Advance is 5,000 monthly plus 5,000 plus monthly. Okay, LLC corporation. Okay, no sole proprietors. You got to be in business already 6 months. So this is not startup funds. You got to show 181 days of business. Okay, business checking account, EIN. You got to show a business checking account, an online business checking account, or your online login is all set up, because with Biddy Advance, while during the application process, even though you may state that you're doing 5 or 10 or 15,000, they'll say, okay, fine, it's based off what you stated. Okay, we can offer you X. But what we need you to do is we need you to link your bank account right here, Johnny on the spot, on our website. Log in so our AI, artificial intelligence, can jump in. Our algorithms can jump in and literally confirm that and go back 3 months. Okay, 3 months, 4 months, I believe it is, and see what your actual revenues were. If there's anything below 5, you can hang it up. Okay, same rules apply. NSFs, anything more than 5, you can hang it up. Negative bank balance days, anything more than 5, you can hang it up. Okay, but if you are successful, you don't have that. You log in and set up your bank account. It double checks to see what your revenues were for the past 3 months, 4 months. I believe with Bank Breezy, it goes back. I believe it goes back a little further. Let me take a look at my sheet here. I got my little cheat sheet here for us. And Bank Breezy, 6 months in business, online setup. If you got a current MCA loan, merchant cash advance loan, that's going to be taken into consideration as well. Okay. With Bank Breezy, you're looking at a repayment amount on the short end quickly about 1.19. On the long end, maybe you're looking at possibly 1.49. So the earlier you get it paid off, the better it works out for you. And that's same day funding. Now, how does that turn into same day? So depending on your location in the United States, okay, let's use Monday, this coming Monday, the 28th February, okay? Say you get up, you saw this video this weekend and say, hey, this guy's talking about money, man. Okay, small business funding. He's talking about lines of credit. He's talking about working capital. And he talked about same day funding, okay? And he laid it out pretty much, to a T of that I could possibly, I'm a business owner, and I could possibly get up to 35,000. It was 25, but now the threshold has gone up another 10. Okay. And so he said that as long as I had everything together, I'm an LLC, I'm a corporation, I'm not a sole proprietor. My bank account is in my business name based off of EIN generated by the IRS. And I could possibly be, I meet the 5,000 or more. The more you're doing, the better off you'll be. My credit score is as low as 450, but I know I'm way higher than 450, but I'm still good. And he told me that if I got all this done, I applied on Monday morning, say at 9 o'clock your time. So from EST all the way to PST, 0900 hours. Okay. If I apply online, I should be getting notified via from the folks at the Bank Breezy Biddy Advance. Okay. I got all my documentation. Somebody has reviewed it. Okay. Everything's looking good on my end. Everything's looking good on their end. I have been made an offer online based off of what I stated I make. Then once my bank account got linked, okay, it made an adjustment. It either went higher or it went lower based off of the true revenue deposits that have been done. Okay. Then when they made me an offer, okay, and then towards the end, once my credit was submitted, okay, my offer either went back up, okay, or it went back down, okay. Bottom line is whatever I want to do, whatever my offer is. So if it's 15,000, they offered me 25 at first, and then it went down to 15. Now I know why, okay. But 15 is good for me, and I can use that 15,000 today to get some stuff done. I need to order more material for my, yarn business. I'm making quilts. I got a big order. I need some stuff today, okay. And here I am Monday morning, all right, somewhere in America, and if I get all this in by 12 o'clock and I get the approval and I sign for it, okay, or when they send me a text message and say, hey, all you got to do is confirm if you still need the 15,000. I know my payback schedule. I know my fees. I know my terms. I know exactly what's going to come. They offered me say 20, say they offered me 18, but because I'm asking for the money so quick, they had to take out, like a percent of that. So that turned into 1,800. So I'm looking at, 16,000, okay, off of the 18. Let's just say, example purposes only. If all that's done before 12 o'clock, your current time, all right, the word is, I haven't, had that customer yet for that, but the word is you can be funded that day, okay? If everything's done before 12 o'clock, your current time, during the week, Monday through Friday, okay, well, it's on Friday, you'll probably get funded Friday, but it was after that. If you got to air everything in before 12, you're getting funded, okay? You're getting funded that same day. So that's where same day funding comes in. Anything after 12 o'clock, okay, especially Monday through Thursday, you're looking at getting paid on that Tuesday, that Wednesday, that Thursday, or that Friday. If you do this on Friday, look forward to the next banking day. Hopefully that bank day is not a holiday like President's Day this past week, okay, and you'll be funded on Monday, okay? And that's same day funding, all right? Now, let me caveat everything I just told you guys, okay, with this. The minimum eligibility requirements, all that sounds good. That's great, okay? But here's something that, is not written down, that's in between the lines, and that you need to be aware of going forward. And it's not a deterrent. It's not to scare you off. It's just facts, all right? We're talking high finance. We're talking big dollars. We're talking money that most people probably couldn't get approved for on the personal side. All right. Walk into a dealership with a 500 and I guarantee you won't be there long. Okay. Walk into a dealership, walk into a mortgage broker's office on Monday morning and tell them you got a 450. Okay. You're not going to be looking at the ideal house that you just saw on the way to the mortgage broker's house. That car that you're asking for, I don't even know if a subprime lender will even do that. All right. And if they do, your interest rate is about to be 25%. Okay. So keep in mind, all right, your credit is not the true factor, but here's something that you need to be aware of. In this day and age of high finance and this quick money coming through, all right, and these folks are loaning, you got to pay for other people's money. There's nothing new under the sun, okay? It's just how things have opened up over the years, all right, in which now you can get that money you need to keep your business going instead of folding. Like, how are you going to pay the bills? Okay. How are you going to do payroll? Even through this pandemic, okay, money has still been flowing. I mean, the PPP was a perfect example of that, even though, a lot of people misused it, okay, and they're paying for it right now, sitting in a jail cell for the next 5, 7, 10 years, okay? But in this high stakes world of high finance, fast money coming from a lender from somewhere that you don't know and will probably never visit, okay? You need to understand that if any past behaviors that were unscrupulous on your part, uh, you defaulted on something from 14 years ago, you had a case brought against you, whether it was financial, domestic, what have you, okay? And that record may come up, okay? Um, bankruptcy is one thing, but somebody used the example, hey, what if somebody, was accused of robbery and they served time? What if somebody was accused of first degree murder, second degree murder, manslaughter, okay? What if somebody was accused for a financial crime? You wrote hot checks and it finally caught up with you. You did time for that. Bear in mind, as I'm telling you this, and this is, it sounds like, hey, that money is just right on the other side of that screen. And it can be, okay? Even if you got all your ducks in a row, okay, with your business and how you've been doing everything, your past personal life, okay, especially if, you got some things, you got some, you got some stuff, okay, that could be a showstopper. All right, I'm just gonna say it like that. I'm not the guy that would say yay or nay. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, just as easy to get the money to come through the screen. Hey, I got everything I need, and I know I'm good. I know my credit is good. I don't have any negative bank days. I don't have any NSFs. I meet the requirements for the money that needs to show up. Okay, I've been in business this long, and my credit score is decent enough. I feel confident. And in the back of your mind, you say, well, man, I remember I got a loan for $20,000 3 or 4 years ago, and I never paid that money back. Okay, well, guess what? That skeleton in your closet is going to start to stand up. Okay, it's a possibility that skeleton is going to stand up, and it's a possibility that your name and the business name that you used, and here you come again, okay, social, all that stuff, and you may come up on a list, and that list, you might be on a blacklist in the financial services world with a company, and that stuff spreads like wildfire, all right? That could be a reason why, which you may never know, okay? I just want you to think about this because I'm trying to be as transparent with my followers, with people that are looking to do business with me. I just want you to be transparent. I'll talk it into YouTube and I'll say it again, okay? Just want you to know that some skeletons in your closet, okay, that got nothing to do with finances or may have something to do with finances from way back when, okay, may show up and it may put the brakes on your deal, okay? On some instances, and this is just me talking from hearing our underwriter, okay, and some maneuvers that he can or cannot do, okay, there may be some workarounds. I'm not guaranteeing anything, okay? I'm just letting you know it's a possibility that some things could be worked around, and in some cases, there may not be, okay? So that's just the other side of the coin. That's life. But, just want you to be cognizant of that when you're going forward applying, okay? Don't forget, or you think back, if you're ready to submit and something may come up, it may be best in your particular situation, when you submit it and when they call you, okay, to talk to you about your submission and, what you're trying to get the funds for, kind of like a little shed more light on what you do, because the underwriter still have to sell your story a little bit to the folks that are, going to push the button to give you this $50,000, $100,000 on business credit, in which you can't even get $5,000 on a freaking buy here, pay here car down the street. Okay, but you about to get 50 racks, all right, or as they say on the street, 50 bands, all right, business capital, and you can't even get $5,000 in credit, all right, to even get a clunker down the street at Joe Schmo buy here, pay here, okay, even at a subprime, okay. So just be cognizant of that. All right. So, all right, approaching 50 minutes. And I think that is enough to put out today for people to digest. Come across this video this weekend. Would love to work with you. You're in business, looking for that heavy equipment, construction guys, agricultural guys, trucking guys and girls. You need that heavy equipment to keep moving across the United States, or to put seeds in the ground, or to get that building to come out the ground, or what have you. Give us a call, reach out to us. We'd love to facilitate working with you to get you to where you want to be, and what have you. And so we'll leave you with that. And like I said, heavyequipmentcapital.com is where you can get all the information. Don't be discouraged just because my website is heavyequipmentcapital.com. You can still get to the main page of David Allen Capital, all right, which will be through me, okay? Just click on one of the tabs. I think I've got 4 tabs. We've got line of credit, we've got business capital, we've got same-day funding, and we also have customer financing, okay? You run an automotive shop, you service vehicles, trucks, things of that nature, okay? Your clients can't pay, you're a dentist, they need that financing. That availability, that option is available for a business owner as well. That is, have to contact through a third party, but the application process is through our website as well. So don't be discouraged if you see heavyequipmentcapital.com. They all lead to Rome. All roads lead to Rome. They all lead to line of credit, business capital, and same-day funding through the main website, which you actually have to go through anyway to do your application, okay, and submit everything, okay? So do not be discouraged if you're not in this industry and you just happen to see this video. You can still go to heavyequipmentcapital.com and just go to one of the links, okay? It's a one-pager. You don't have to jump around. It's all available, okay? And just click on one of the tabs and just follow the respective tab once you get on the actual website at davidallencapital.com, okay? So you're looking for business credit, you're looking for business capital, just go to business capital once you get there. You're looking for the line of credit, just go to the line of credit tab when you get there. You're looking for customer financing, go to the customer finance tab when you get there. Or you're looking for same-day funding through Bank Breezy, just go to this, tap on same-day funding. Everything leads to Rome, okay? Everything's in place and set up, okay? All right, guys, appreciate you tonight. Have a good weekend. Stay warm if it's bearing down cold where you are, and stay safe. All my truckers out there on the road, stay safe and everything. You want to close out February the best of your ability. I know that as far as, especially for my ag guys, my ag folks, especially if you're getting ready to get going for corn harvest, corn planting, especially down here in the South, the Mississippi Delta, Tennessee, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, down in this area. I know that corn is getting ready to get planted here going into March. Okay, so you're looking for that heavy equipment. You go to the auction, still looking for a planter. All right, what have you at the auction? You need a few thousand. Okay, you found a good deal. You know what it is. You want to be prepared to go ahead and get it when you get there. Have the backing of maybe having that line of credit at 50 grand or 60 grand, what have you, plus maybe a working capital to go along with it so you can get what you need. Okay, so all right, we will talk to you guys next week. Be safe, enjoy your weekend, and let's get you funded, y'all. Let's get you funded. You know what you got to do. You know what you got to have. Give me a call. LinkedIn. I'll leave that link as well on LinkedIn. Follow me on LinkedIn at Cameron Captain B. Burrell. And that's Cameron parentheses CPT B close parentheses Burrell. Same for Facebook, Cameron Captain B. Burrell. That's CPT B Burrell. And also you can reach out to me here on the webpage. On the YouTube video. Just do a like. You necessarily don't have to subscribe. I know it's always a common thing to say, though, but let me know you liked it. Hopefully I'm putting out some good information for you so you can know what you got to have. There are a lot of lenders out here, y'all. There are a lot of lenders that will promise you the sun, the moon, and the stars. Okay, but what they don't say is what you got to have coming in. Everything here is no collateral. All right, let me end with that. No collateral here funding. So don't worry about the deed to your grandma's land. All right, the 100 acres that may be worth $300,000 or $400,000 or whatever the case may be. Don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry about, oh man, I got to talk to the wife or I got to talk to the husband about trying to get this line of credit and I may have to put up some collateral. No, you do not. Your collateral is that management and the healthiness of that bank account. Okay, that's primarily your collateral right there. About to have my first child, or I had my first child, I'm trying to get in business, or I've been in business, and they want me to give my first child away. No. Or, man, they want me to cut off my right arm. No. All right, none of that applies. Okay, no collateral. All right, so you can get some much needed big dollars to use to expand and grow your business with these lines of credit, this particular line of credit from DAC. All right, not anywhere else. I don't know what anybody else is doing, what their criteria is, but I know the criteria for David Allen Capital. All right, come through Cameron Burrell, we'll get you straight. Okay, and if you're not ready right now, just like, you're going to go for a house, I'll be your quote unquote credit repair guy. Let's hold off on submitting your application till you know that you've got everything checked, everything's clean, okay, as far as the submittal process, because you don't want to get kicked back for the smallest thing, because then you still got to wait. So there's no need to apply and then get kicked back, you still got to wait. Why don't you just wait until everything is flowing congruently, okay, flowing downhill, no issues, okay, and then so if, we come across a big log in the way, hey, we're still rolling, okay, we're still rolling. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. Appreciate everybody watching the video today. Okay. Hope this has helped somebody in the small business world out there. We'll be spinning this up and getting it out there to everybody for the masses. Okay. All right. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Captain B out.